Hello, Zenith women, and welcome to the channel. True beauty is quiet, magnetic, and commands attention without uttering a single word. There are women who turn heads, and then there are women who leave people breathless, curious, and let's be honest, slightly rattled. The Sigma female belongs to that second group, a rare breed with a kind of allure that doesn't fit into any neat box of pretty or cute. She walks into a room, and people feel it in their bones before they even see her. She's the mystery people can't solve, the book they can't put down, and half the time she doesn't even realize the effect she has. Why? Because her beauty isn't loud, staged, or perfectly posed. It's something else entirely. It's woven into her resilience, her quiet strength, and the way she lives on her own terms. There's an unintentional power she wields, an energy that leaves people scrambling to understand why they're still thinking about her hours after a casual conversation. And here's the kicker. This unique brand of attraction often flies right under her radar. She doesn't spend time analyzing the glances or the stares. She's too busy doing her own thing. Yet somehow, without even trying, she's the spark that ignites a room and leaves a trail of captivated hearts in her wake. So, how can you tell if a Sigma female is more attractive than she thinks? Stick around. This isn't your usual list of compliments and cliches. This is about recognizing the kind of beauty that hits deeper, lasts longer, and just might be driving people a little bit crazy. Number 1. People are intrigued, not just interested. People aren't just interested in a Sigma female. They're intrigued, almost like they've stumbled upon some well-kept secret they're dying to understand. With most people, curiosity fades. You get to know them, and the mystery's over. But with a Sigma, the more they try to figure her out, the deeper the mystery seems to get. She's the person who can spark a conversation that sticks in your mind, making you replay her words long after she's left. It's like trying to solve a riddle that only gives you more questions every time you think you're getting close to the answer. There's a quiet complexity to her, a vibe that's as compelling as it is unexplainable. She doesn't give everything away, which is part of the allure. Others find themselves fascinated by the layers she subtly reveals, without ever needing to brag or be the loudest in the room. They're hanging onto every word she says, not because she's putting on a show, but because there's something raw and real in how she communicates. No need for fluff, and definitely no need for pretense. People find themselves going out of their way just to spend a little more time around her, whether they realize it or not. Even a simple, casual interaction can leave them curious, wondering what she really meant or if they caught a glimpse of something profound. She's like that one line from a song that you can't get out of your head, even though you only heard it once. That intrigue keeps people coming back, circling around her like moths drawn to a flame, only she's not actively burning bright to attract them. The irony? She probably has no idea she's even having this effect. To her, it's just Tuesday. But to everyone else, she's the kind of captivating puzzle they can't help but obsess over. Number 2. The halo effect without trying. The Sigma female has this natural halo effect that doesn't require makeup, fancy clothes, or staged social media shots. It's as if she just radiates this subtle glow that people pick up on without even knowing why. She could walk into a room in the simplest outfit, hair pulled back, and somehow everyone still feels like she's outshining them without lifting a finger. It's not something she works at or even tries to project. It's simply there, effortless, quiet, and magnetic. People naturally perceive her as exceptional, giving her the benefit of the doubt, even putting her on a pedestal without really understanding why. It's almost amusing. She could be running late, slightly disheveled, or looking like she just rolled out of bed, yet folks will still think, wow, she must have such a creative soul. There's this unspoken assumption that she's got it all figured out, like some kind of hidden wisdom is driving her every move. Meanwhile, she's just trying to remember if she turned off the coffee pot that morning. The beauty of the Sigma female's halo effect is that it isn't about outward perfection. It's her grounded, self-assured energy that pulls people in. Her presence somehow inspires respect and admiration in ways even she finds puzzling at times. People just assume she's onto something they haven't figured out yet, as if her calm demeanor and unflinching confidence are evidence of some kind of higher understanding. Little do they know she's probably winging it half the time, But that's the irony. This quiet confidence, this natural aura, has people convinced she's something special. And honestly, she is. Just not in the way they think. Her magic isn't some act. It's a blend of authenticity and resilience that doesn't need permission to shine. Number 3. She's hard to forget. A Sigma female is unforgettable, and not in the obvious ways. She's not necessarily the one with the loudest laugh or the flashiest look in the room. She's memorable in a way that sneaks up on people. After she's gone, people find themselves replaying conversations they had with her, remembering her expressions, the things she said or didn't say, and they're left wondering why she sticks in their mind like some unsolved mystery. Unlike others who might leave an impression that fades with time, she leaves a mark that lingers. She doesn't need to do anything flashy or try to be the center of attention. She's not trying to be memorable, she just is. It's her quiet confidence, her unique perspective, and the way she looks at the world. People feel like they got a glimpse into something rare, something they don't come across every day, and it sticks with them. They'll find themselves thinking, there was something about her, even if they can't quite put their finger on what it was. This lasting effect is subtle but powerful, like a song that plays in your head long after you've heard it. Her words, her mannerisms, the way she carries herself, it all leaves a sense of curiosity and respect. She may have just been sitting quietly in the back observing, but somehow she's the one people remember. And here's the funny part. She's probably oblivious to the fact she has this effect on people. To her, it was just another ordinary interaction. But to everyone else, it's a moment they're left replaying, dissecting, wondering what it was that made her so impossible to forget. That's the unique power of a Sigma female. She gets under people's skin without even trying, like a quiet storm that's already passed, but leaves traces that linger long after she's gone. Number 4. Resilience as a form of beauty. For a Sigma female, resilience is a beauty all its own. She's faced her share of storms. Life didn't exactly hand her an umbrella and tell her to have a nice day. Yet every time something tried to knock her down, she got back up, a little stronger, a little wiser, and maybe even more stunning. There's something magnetic about someone who's been through tough times and isn't broken by them. It's that unspoken confidence, that quiet strength that you can almost feel when she walks into a room. She doesn't need to announce her resilience. It's there in her steady gaze and calm presence. What makes her resilience so attractive is that it's real. There's no facade, no pretense of being tough just for show. She's genuinely been through it and come out the other side. And while some people might put up a front to look strong, a Sigma female doesn't have to. She knows her worth because she's had to fight for it over and over. It's like her beauty has layers, each one a story of something she's overcome, an inner battle that's made her even more compelling. She's not afraid to keep it real either. She's probably the one in a group who can laugh off a setback, even if it's only with a small smile. But make no mistake, underneath that humor is a strength that could floor anyone who takes the time to see it. People can sense it too. They see it in her eyes, in her calm responses to things that would have most people panicking. And the funny part? She likely doesn't even think of herself as resilient or see it as a big deal. To her, it's just life. But to everyone else, it's this magnetic quality, a beauty that's been forged in fire, and it draws them in, leaving them in quiet admiration. Number 5. Attraction without a realization. A Sigma female has this strange, almost magical ability to attract people without even realizing it. It's not like she's trying to be mysterious or intentionally playing hard to get. It's just the way she is. She can be completely absorbed in her own world, focused on her goals, totally unaware of the quiet ripple effect she's creating around her. While she's busy living her life, minding her own business, others are practically mesmerized, wondering what it is about her that pulls them in. There's an unintentional charm to her. She's not throwing herself out there for everyone's approval, which somehow makes her even more appealing. People notice her and are drawn in by the fact that she's not overly concerned with being noticed. She doesn't flirt or put on airs, but her natural self-sufficiency and independence act like a beacon. Her presence alone makes people curious and sometimes even intimidated. It's like she's got this invisible magnet one she's probably clueless about that pulls people in just because she's authentic, focused, and comfortable in her own skin. This unplanned allure is what leaves people wanting more, trying to figure her out. They're attracted not to some show she's putting on, but to the genuine, grounded energy she brings. People feel it when they're around her, that calm confidence that seems rare, almost precious. And the funny thing, she's too busy being herself to notice half the stares or whispers. The attraction without realization thing really is her superpower. It's that natural charm that doesn't need validation or applause to exist. And it's probably why people can't help but gravitate toward her, even when she's just doing her own thing, completely unaware that she's captivating a room. Number 6. The inexplicable double takes. There's something about a Sigma female that makes people do those double takes, even if they can't quite explain why. It's like they see her out of the corner of their eye, look away, and then instinctively look back, wondering, wait, who is that? She doesn't walk around demanding attention, and she's not wearing some wild outfit to turn heads. Yet people catch themselves glancing her way again, drawn back to her, as if there's something they missed the first time around. It's not just her looks, although those don't hurt either. It's her presence, this quiet intensity that catches people off guard. They're not sure if it's the calm way she carries herself, the focus in her eyes, or just the fact that she's clearly not trying to impress anyone. She doesn't need to shout or show off. It's like she's got an energy that says, I know who I am, and that kind of confidence is impossible to ignore, even if people don't realize they're noticing it. The best part? She's completely oblivious to it. She's not working the room or trying to make an impression. She's just going about her day, focused on whatever actually matters to her. Meanwhile, people are doing a mental double take, wondering why they're so drawn in. They might try to brush it off, but somehow they keep looking back, almost like there's an invisible force nudging them to take one more glance. It's this inexplicable pull, one that she couldn't create on purpose if she tried, and it leaves people a little unsettled and a lot curious. That's the magic of a Sigma female. She captivates without trying, and the effect? It's subtle, but it's enough to keep people looking over their shoulders, wondering what it is about her that they just can't seem to shake. Number 7. The intimidation factor without even trying. A Sigma female has this natural intimidation factor that she's not even aware of, which is part of what makes it so powerful. She doesn't need to puff herself up or walk around with an attitude. Her calm self-assurance alone can make people nervous. It's not that she's trying to make others feel small, quite the opposite. She's usually too busy doing her own thing to even notice. But that's exactly what sets her apart. She's grounded, self-sufficient, and doesn't need anyone's approval, and people feel it. They sense she's not looking to impress or seek validation, which somehow makes her all the more formidable. The funny part is, she's often clueless about this effect. She might wonder why some people act so nervous, or why others avoid eye contact or even stammer when talking to her. She's just being herself, polite, respectful, maybe even a little reserved. But the fact that she doesn't play into the usual social games catches people off guard. In a world where so many people are eager to fit in or be liked, she stands out simply because she doesn't care to. Her lack of neediness can be unsettling, especially to those who are used to people trying to win them over. People aren't sure how to approach someone who's so comfortable in their own skin. They might even feel a little intimidated, wondering if she sees through them or if she's secretly sizing them up. The truth is, she's probably just thinking about her next project or what she's having for dinner. But that unshakable vibe she gives off, it leaves a lasting impression, one that's powerful, precisely because it's unintentional. And while she's not going out of her way to make anyone uncomfortable, her mere presence has a way of making people sit up straighter, wondering if they measure up. Number 8. Unconscious impact on people's energy. A Sigma female has this subtle but undeniable impact on the energy of everyone around her, almost like she's carrying her own weather system. She doesn't need to say much or put on a show, yet somehow when she enters a space, people feel it. It's not something you can put your finger on easily, but there's a shift. Conversations might get a bit quieter, people start paying attention, And there's this sudden awareness that she's in the room. She's not doing anything on purpose. In fact, she might just be minding her own business. But her energy has this unintentional gravity that pulls everyone into her orbit. It's fascinating how she affects others without trying. People can sense that there's something different about her, a calm, steady vibe that's almost contagious. She's like a walking antidote to all the chaos and noise around her, and without even meaning to, she's setting a tone. People around her start acting a little more thoughtful, maybe even a little more composed, just by being in her presence. It's almost as if her grounded energy gives them permission to take a breather, to be a bit more real. She probably doesn't even notice it, which is the funny part. She's just going about her day, but the effect she has is real. Some might feel inspired, others might feel a bit nervous, but either way, her energy gets to them. And while she's not aware of the subtle transformation happening around her, everyone else is left wondering how someone can be so calm and collected, even in a world that's constantly buzzing. Her energy is magnetic, grounding, and without even realizing it, she leaves people better, or at least more intrigued than they were before. It's the kind of influence that's rare and completely unintentional, making it all the more powerful. Number 9. A quiet intensity that captivates. A Sigma female possesses a quiet intensity that captivates everyone around her, and it's one of those rare qualities that can leave people feeling both intrigued and a bit unsettled. It's not about being loud or flashy. In fact, she might be the one sitting back observing while everyone else is vying for attention. But there's something about her presence that commands the room. She doesn't need to raise her voice or make a scene. Her energy speaks volumes, and people can't help but notice. This quiet intensity comes from a deep sense of self-awareness and confidence. She's not just going through the motions. She's fully present, and that makes all the difference. While others might be caught up in their own drama, she maintains a level of focus that's magnetic. When she engages in a conversation, it's as if she's genuinely invested in what you're saying, and that makes you feel seen and valued. You can almost feel her brain working behind her calm exterior, processing information, weighing thoughts, and perhaps even challenging the status quo. And let's not forget the added layer of mystery. People often find themselves trying to decode what's behind that intense gaze or that thoughtful pause. It's like she's holding a secret that everyone wants to uncover, but she's not about to give it away easily. The blend of intrigue and confidence can leave folks fumbling for their words or trying to impress her, all the while she's just there, being herself. What really makes this quiet intensity shine is that she doesn't even have to try. She can be sipping her coffee or lost in thought, yet that aura of captivating depth surrounds her. It's as if she has this superpower to draw people in without saying much at all. And while they may not fully understand it, everyone around her is left feeling a little more alive, a little more curious, and let's be honest, a bit awestruck. Number 10. Others are eager to impress her. When it comes to a Sigma female, the way others are eager to impress her is a fascinating phenomenon. It's almost like she's a celebrity without even trying. People often feel this irresistible urge to step up their game around her, as if they're suddenly on stage and she's the one holding the spotlight. Whether it's in casual conversations or more formal settings, you can see them straightening their posture, throwing in extra compliments, or even pulling out their best jokes, all in hopes of getting her attention. What's amusing about this dynamic is that most of the time she's just there being her authentic self. She might not even realize the effect she has, and that's what makes it even more interesting. While they're busy rehearsing their lines in their heads or trying to act cool, she's probably just wondering what to have for lunch. There's something about her natural confidence and lack of pretense that puts others on high alert. It's as if they sense that she's not easily swayed by the usual tricks and pleasantries, which only ramps up the pressure to impress. People might find themselves overthinking their words or trying to look more polished than usual, and it's all because they want to be seen as worthy in her eyes. She's like this unintentional mirror reflecting their own aspirations, making them want to present their best selves. It's a bit ironic, really. In a world where we're often told to be ourselves, here they are, working extra hard to stand out. Yet she remains unflappable, often finding humor in their attempts. While they strive for her approval, she's usually more interested in genuine conversation and connection. It's this delightful dance of energy where she remains grounded while everyone else is trying to elevate themselves to her level. And the truth is, it's her effortless authenticity that makes people want to impress her in the first place. If you've enjoyed this deep dive into the intriguing world of Sigma females and all their captivating qualities, then you definitely want to stick around for more. Don't let this be a one-time fling. Hit that subscribe button like it's the last piece of pizza at a party. Join our growing community where we unravel more extraordinary insights, explore unique perspectives, and share plenty of laughs along the way. And trust me, you don't want to miss what's coming next. It's like a never-ending treasure hunt for the fascinating and the fabulous. So go ahead, subscribe, and let's embark on this journey together. You never know what you might discover. Thanks for watching, and bye.